What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. We're here today at the Jay Cutler Classic with Jay Cutler, four-time Mr. Olympia. Me and Jay go way back, a long time now. Long time. Now I'm going to ask him a question that we ask a lot on the forums and stuff. And people all the time, there's this IIFYM. Pop-Tarts are the same thing as rice. Pop-Tarts are the same thing as gummy bears are the same thing as a potato. Jay, just saying that, look at the smirk on his face, right? Just saying that to you, what does that make you think? I mean, do you really think that you could have won 4 Olympiads having Pop-Tarts, gummy bears, Triscuits, all these random foods? Do you think that really, really is optimal? Not that you can't get results, but
I think, you know what, honestly, after you train, you can really take almost anything, as long as it doesn't contain a lot of fat. So, I mean, there was shows, honestly. I remember even training for Olympias, 2001, and people say my best shape ever. I mean, I used to have like candy corn after I trained, or Skittles.
Do you save them up all year long so you can have them?
No, but I, you know, I would have anything that had some sugar. You know,
you used to use Gatorade too, like scoops of Gatorade.
And I used to use straight Coca-Cola. If people remember the articles.
Coca-Cola and vanilla protein powder.
Yeah, I used to mix it in a bowl with ice, and I'd have like like an ice protein Coke shake.
I remember that.
And I used to eat it just because I would have as much food as I could to fill my stomach because I was starving all the time. But you know what? I mean, you talk about the glycemic index, and you know, I'm not necessarily a nutritionist. That's not really what I went to school for. Criminal justice major, actually. So, I mean, I learned a lot about nutrition over the years, and obviously people have different takes. We talk about brown rice to white rice. I mean, I really don't see, I never was a brown rice eater, to be honest. Sweet potatoes, baked potatoes, white potatoes, red potatoes. I mean,
so true IIFYM, he was using different carbs whenever he wanted them.
I used, you know, they say that some are faster than others. I used grits instead of, oatmeal, because they say grits is faster than oatmeal. I think it really comes down to the body types, and I think there's certain people that can get ripped or get size eating Pop-Tarts. I think there's certain guys can get ripped eating whatever else you mentioned,
gummy bears,
gummy bears and that kind of stuff. Listen, calories are calories, but at the same time, I still think you need certain nutritional value in what you put in your body. I would be afraid to call myself Jay Cutler and be like, okay, well, I eat gummy bears for my carbohydrates and Pop-Tarts for my,
gummy J's.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Coke bottle ones, to be honest, the gummy Coke bottles. Those were my favorite when I was a kid. But, it really comes down to, listen, you have nothing else, the gummy bears are great after your training, whatever else, but I wouldn't use them as a nutritional something that you use right after every meal.
What do you use them after training? To spike your insulin levels?
Spike your insulin. I mean, restore glycogen. You want to use something that's always the fastest, just like you would use powdered protein. I usually take first thing in the morning or right after I train within 15 minutes. I suggest that to anyone. That's the ultimate time. And obviously take supplements. Anyone that takes supplements nowadays, around the training is obviously the best time to do that. But as far as sugar, anything that's more faster to take in the body, spike the insulin, it's going to be around the training, during the training. I know a lot of guys, I mean, there was a guy in California that was eating Oreos while he worked out, just for, to put on size, and it was working for him pretty well. But I think, it's harder to get ripped on that kind of stuff.
So whatever works for you, do it. There's no real, there's rules, like there's guidelines, there's no real rules.
And, I'm one to follow the programs that aren't necessarily on the textbook. I was 1,000 grams a day dieting bodybuilder, carbohydrates.
Carbs, yeah. Of clean carbs, right? You're
eating mostly clean carbs. But I would have, like I said, the Coca-Colas in there. I would have the candy corn. I mean, 2001, my best shaped ever. I mean, I ate candy corn, honestly.
Now we know what to send them for Christmas, bags of candy corn.
I think I ate Boston baked beans, too. the candy. I should get ready for that show. So, listen, I was off the textbook. Do what works best for you, and, you can't really nitpick anyone. And if they're making results,
right.
I mean, you can't sit there and shoot them down for it.
Well, that goes back to when you first started. As a teenager, you shot up very dramatically, like with your gains. Then even your early 20s continued. But do you feel that was a lot more because you were eating those wholesome, clean foods?
Yes, I had Chris Aceto as my nutrition coach since I was 18 years old. He wrote out a diet. I remember it was on my refrigerator. I followed it every single day. Baked potatoes, you ate rice, oatmeal, the basics, steak I had once a day, I had chicken breasts in there, egg whites, I used to eat 20 egg whites for breakfast. But I followed a very, very strict diet. I think that's really what advanced me as far as I could so fast.
But a lot of kids don't do that. They don't understand. They're really into taking supplements more, or going to eat burgers and stuff for gains.
I still tell people keep it clean as possible. I mean, if you're going to do something, I mean, follow what kind of the guidelines are. But sometimes if you go off those guidelines, it doesn't mean that you're faulting. It's just that, you know what, you can try different things, have an open mind. But I would still suggest anyone that's a successful professional bodybuilder that's made it to the Olympia level have all followed everything that's more strict to eating, the clean kind of foods rather than the Pop-Tart thing. I mean, that's the first time I've heard it, honestly. Maybe I'm just an internet moron because I don't really read much other than booking my plane tickets right now and reviewing whatever is on Instagram or Facebook at this point. That's really all the time I have. So, sorry guys for not following what's up to date.
I said IIFYM music. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is.
I'm a little behind the times, but listen, Cutler Classic, we still learn other things here other than coming to a bodybuilding event. We learn new things from the journey here.
Jay, thanks for your time, man. It's good to see you as always. Bios3, and we're out.